Animals do not have any control over their tempers. Whether it is in the wild or domestic places, animals often express their disgust by violently battling with each other. Whether it is a fight between prey and predator or between two predators, animals may unleash their fury and engage in fights for survival. What makes these battles unpredictable is the fact many animals are well matched when it comes to their strengths and weaknesses. So today, we take a look at 19 of the most insane animal battles recorded on camera that will leave you gasping for breath. Let's begin. Number 19. Rhino vs. Hippo. In Africa, both rhinos and hippos have the same notorious reputation for being dangerous, fickle-minded, hot-tempered, and violent. What makes their fights very fascinating is the fact that they are evenly matched. The rhinos have sharp, long horns that can mortally kill a hippo. Similarly, the hippos have extremely powerful jaws that can inflict severe injuries on the rhino. In the dead of night, a hippo is following the rhinos around and bugging them. While at first the rhinos seem completely unbothered about this trespasser in their midst, soon they start to get irritated. When one rhino warns the hippo, the latter opens its jaws wide as a threat. But the hippo is outnumbered, and eventually a rhino chases after it, driving the bothersome animal away. These two beasts are facing off again here. The hippo is warning the rhino to back off. Moments later, another hippo joins the first one and surrounds and scares the rhino. The hippos open their huge mouths and are almost about to push the rhino into the water, but the thick-skinned rhino is not backing off. Furious and crazy, the hippo strikes and knocks it down, biting into its opponent. The war may just get uglier. Number 18. Elephant vs. Cape buffalo. Though both elephants and Cape buffaloes are herbivores and share the same space, problems can still arise between the two. An adult elephant is stronger and heavier than a Cape buffalo, so in a fight, it always has an edge and can even kill them with a blow or a tusk strike. In this clip, a young elephant wants the buffalo to get out of the sight, but the buffalo is not willing to do it and ignores the threats issued by the elephant. Then, the jumbo decides to intimidate it by moving near the buffalo and kicking it on the head. Immediately, the buffalo strikes with its horn, and the young jumbo runs back to its mother, completely scared. In this shocking clip, this buffalo calf is probably naive enough to challenge a grown elephant, which is probably hundreds of times larger than it and can kill it with almost no effort. But surprisingly, the elephant does not fight back and moves away. Number 17. Possum vs. monitor lizard. Lace monitor lizards have sharp claws that help them to climb tall trees with ease. It frequently targets birds and animals for a quick snack. Possums also dwell in such trees and are armed with sharp teeth that can inflict a lot of damage to a same-sized attacker. So, when monitors and possums clash, things can go out of control. This lace monitor lizard is eyeing a wholesome lunch. It wants to target the baby possums hiding inside the tree bark. But the vigilant mother possum refuses to allow the monitor and noisily drives the lizard away. The lizard is hungry, and it makes another attempt. It instantly enters the bark, and the mother possum bites it hard. But nothing happens as the lizard's skin is thick enough to offer some protection. Within minutes, the monitor kills the babies as the mother possum helplessly looks on. Number 16. Walrus vs. walrus. Walruses are some of the most massive animals in the world. Armed with a pair of huge tusks and thick skin, the walruses have very few predators and are quite intimidating. But the biggest threat they face is from their rival walruses. Males fight dangerous battles with their tusks to gain the right to mate with a female. In Arctic waters, a shrinking ice sheet has become an arena for a tough fight. These tuskers are threatening each other. It is a contest where size, determination to win, and experience matter a lot. First, they show off with their tusks. Then, the fighting starts as the males push and strike each other with their sharp tusks. Repeated stabbings become the order of the day, but the walrus's thick skins protect them from fatal injuries. One of them knocks his opponent down from the ice using its fin. After hours of fierce battle, only one walrus remains on the ice, but he is wounded and tired. Number 15. Bobcat vs. Weasel. Weasels may be tiny, but like other members of the mustelid family, they are both brutal and brave. They have a die-hard attitude and refuse to surrender even in front of larger notorious animals such as bobcats. Although bobcats are strong and have enough bite force to kill deer, an encounter with weasels may be dicey. This bobcat is quietly stalking a weasel and trying to nab it soon, but the weasel is swift and fights back hard like a brave soldier. The bobcat uses its brute force to subdue, but the weasel is simply unrelenting. It threatens the bobcat. Shocked and outsmarted, the bobcat decides enough is enough and backs off. The bobcat made a major mistake by underestimating the strength of the weasel here. Number 14. Mongoose versus puff adder. Well, mongooses routinely target venomous snakes and kill them for a nice snack. However, puff adders are no easy pushovers and do not mind retaliating repeatedly for self-defense. They are highly venomous, carrying a cytotoxic venom that can destroy tissues. A tough roadside fight is taking place. The mongoose is trying to confuse and attack the puff adder. The adder is all set for a great fight and is highly agile too. It coils and tries to avoid the mongoose, but the mongoose is itching for a fight. None of the mongoose's moves are working as the snake remains defiant. This battle seems to be a stalemate for now. Number 13. Elephant versus rhino. Elephants and rhinos are age-old enemies of each other, so whenever they meet, they may just lose their cool and attack viciously. Elephants are nearly twice the size of a rhino and are armed with huge tusks that can be fatal. However, rhinos are armed with sharp horns and can do some serious damage by striking with these. This rhino suddenly attacks the elephant and tries to push it away. The elephant stands firm, and as it begins retaliating, more rhinos arrive at the spot. The elephant trumpets, and the rhinos disperse quickly. They are perhaps wary of the risks. Number 12. Gorilla versus gorilla. Gorillas are social animals and live in small families. Though they are usually peaceful and calm, sometimes a rival male may become the cause of strife. Gorilla fights are usually violent and noisy, but are rarely fatal and prolonged. A noisy fight breaks out among gorillas. A young male seems to think it's the boss around here when the actual leader decides to teach him a lesson. The females and young gorillas also get into the middle of the fight. Soon, the younger male quits fighting, and it seems normalcy is going to return soon. Number 11. Wasp versus black widow. Spiders and wasps, irrespective of species, are deadly enemies of each other in the wild. Some wasps kill spiders and use their body to feed their newborn babies. But some spiders are just way too dangerous and venomous for wasps and kill them in an instant. Thus, when the two battle it out, the results can be uncertain. This black widow is fighting a difficult battle with the queen wasp. Armed with more legs, the black widow attacks the wasp unilaterally. The wasp tries to guard itself, but is failing. The wasp seems to be trapped in the web and just cannot move. The wasp tries to hit back with its stinger, but the black widow's web makes it almost impossible for the wasp to move. The black widow then goes in for the kill, sinking its fangs into the wasp's body. Moments later, the spider's venom is showing results as the wasp looks paralyzed. Black widow continues to bite all over the wasp's body, and it is perhaps all over for the wasp now. Number 10. Moray eel versus stonefish. Stonefish are master deceivers in the sea. They target their prey by camouflage and lying motionless like stone. But moray eels have a reputation for being extremely fierce and don't go down without a fight. Can you predict which of the two would come out on top if they happen to face off? The stonefish's hiding strategy did not work. The moray eel has caught it and is carrying it. It tries to coil around repeatedly. The eel captures and recaptures the stonefish as it desperately tries to escape. Finally, the inevitable happens as the eel swallows the stonefish. Number 9. Bobcat versus raccoon. Bobcats and raccoons have an uneasy relationship and often target the same animals for food. However, raccoons, being more territorial, rarely tolerate the presence of bobcats in their vicinity. So, they resort to violence to solve their territorial feuds. Bobcats, however, are stronger and have an edge in the fight. The raccoon has spotted a bobcat relaxing in its territory. Initially, it seems that it does not mind the bobcat sitting there, but that changes soon, as the raccoon tries to launch a surprise attack. The bobcat foils this attempt as it gets up and hits the raccoon hard with its paws. The bobcat, being more agile, dodges the other's attacks. The raccoon tries to hit back, but the fight is far from over. Number 8. Black bear versus mountain lion. Mountain lions and black bears are great predators. However, a mountain lion, being fully carnivorous, has more expertise in hunting and killing animals compared to a black bear. But the black bear is a formidable rival, given its larger size and heavier weight. From this ridge, a mountain lion watches a black bear intruding and foraging near a tree. The mountain lion rushes towards the climbing black bear and pulls it down the tree. What an incredible surprise assault by the lion. The bear stands up and retaliates. The two hit each other with their paws. The bear intimidates the hell out of the mountain lion, and the big cat realizes its folly. Its opponent is simply too strong for it to tackle. Number 7. Raven versus Osprey. In the world of birds, rivalries are quite common. Ospreys are some of the best predators and can easily kill their prey with just one strike. Armed with sharp claws and beaks, ospreys can target venomous snakes, smaller birds, fish, and hares with ease. But ravens are also notorious and do not mind viciously assaulting ospreys, especially the young unguarded ones. This osprey mother is cautiously guarding her chicks. Then, she leaves the nest full of her young chicks unguarded, perhaps to forage some food. What a colossal blunder! A raven arrives at the nest and starts stabbing at the chicks brutally. One of the ospreys gets back on its feet and tries to defy the raven, but it fails as the raven is much stronger and pecks it with its beaks. It tears the feathers and flesh of the osprey, leaving it dead. Then it flies off. Number 6. Bald eagle versus red-tailed hawk. The bald eagle rules the skies of North America, but it has many rivals, notably the red-tailed hawk. Since they target similar animals, they cross paths and assault each other. However, it will be insane for a lone hawk to challenge the much larger, heavier, and dreadful bald eagle. Despite this, they do attack and may pay the ultimate price for it. The bald eagle is flying around without a care in the world. Suddenly, a red-tailed hawk arrives from nowhere and tries to attack the eagle from behind. The eagle flips around and saves itself mid-air. The hawk's daredevilry did not work at all, and the brief face-off ends with the eagle clearly victorious. Number 5. Black widow versus huntsman spider. Huntsman spiders are large and fast spiders. They are unique among spiders since they don't make webs to catch their prey. Black widows are very different. They are smaller, but their venom is extremely potent. Anything can happen in such a scenario. A huntsman spider is defending itself from a black widow spider. The black widow assaults the spider by biting its belly. The huntsman retaliates by biting it too. As the huntsman tries to hit back, a brown liquid oozes out from its body. It looks dizzy and continues to secrete the liquid. Moments later, the huntsman spider collapses. The black widow's first strike made a huge difference. Number 4. Fennec fox versus adder. Fennec foxes are predators that do not mind taking deadly risks to satisfy their bellies. In deserts, the foxes often attack highly venomous snakes such as adders. The strategy used by the fox is simple: strike and quickly bite the head. But in some circumstances, the adder may simply retaliate hard enough to kill the fox with its venom. An adder is crawling sideways to find a proper shelter. Its worst enemy has seen the snake. The fennec fox slowly moves towards the adder. He then strikes the snake, but the cautious adder hits back harder. The fox is unsparing and continues to irritate the adder. It can maneuver faster, and although the snake tries to lash out and strike, it misses its mark. The fox repeatedly moves around to confuse the snake. The roundabout turns are taking a toll on the adder as it just cannot cope. The fox continues to nibble and then pauses briefly. The snake is on the losing side as it is exhausted. Number 3. Hawk versus snake. Though hawks and snakes are both reputed predators, when the two clash, it is usually the hawk that emerges as the winner. Whether venomous or non-venomous, the snakes cannot stand the sharp claws and beaks of a hawk. Another factor that goes against the snake is that hawks attack suddenly, swooping down and pinning the serpents. This hawk has kidnapped and cornered a snake. With its powerful beak, the hawk tries to tear the snake's flesh, but the serpent isn't finished yet. It counterattacks by hitting the hawk's chest. The two are engaged in a fight to the death, but the hawk refuses to let the snake escape and repeatedly pecks it. Moments later, the hawk seems to be the winner as the snake stops moving. Number 2. Mongooses versus giant storks. Giant storks, as the name suggests, are large 5 feet tall birds and have some of the largest wingspans. But what makes them frightening is that they are naturally gifted with a dagger-like beak that can reach up to 13 inches long. But for the brave mongooses, even facing off against this bird doesn't seem too challenging. These animals simply stop at nothing when it comes to troubling or killing their rivals. Banded mongooses have discovered a termite colony and are busy feasting on them, but there is trouble lurking in the trees. A phalanx of storks flies down to make a meal out of these mongooses, but the mongooses courageously resist and hide in their burrows. The mongooses manage to survive all the attacks. After a while, the mother mongoose and her pups have taken refuge in this stack of fishing boats, but soon another stork arrives and targets younger mongooses. But the cautious parents defend their pups and hide them in safety. Another major battle breaks out. Despite the mongoose pack's best efforts and exemplary courage, one unfortunate mongoose is taken by a stork. Now, there's one member less in the mongoose family. Number 1. Cape Cobra vs. Puff Adder. Nothing can be more exciting than seeing two highly venomous snakes attack each other. Cobras and adders are both venomous, but cobra's venom is neurotoxic, while the other's is cytotoxic in nature. Let's see who wins when these two come face to face. This puff adder is relaxing on a rock, but danger is right around the corner. A Cape Cobra arrives and spoils its fun. Both roll over and fall. The cobra seems to have an edge as it tries to carry the adder away. The adder instantly retaliates by constricting, but this could be too little too late. The cobra's grip is firm and it may have won the fight. We hope you enjoyed this video. For more such videos, please subscribe to our channel, press the bell icon, and hit the like button. Share this video with your friends and family members. Do tell us your views on these insane animal battles. Number 14. Lion. We begin today's video with the first entrant on our list, lion. Being the second largest of all big cats, a single lion is capable enough to overwhelm even the largest of animals, so just imagine the havoc they could cause when hunting as a pride. In the first clip of the day, a lion pride can be seen enjoying the shade under a tree when one of the females spots a zebra in the distance. Tiptoeing, she and her comrades begin to stalk the striped herbivore. Soon, the zebra senses the danger and attempts to flee, but it's too late. The cats have already closed enough distance. Despite the victim's trot, the predator manages to pounce on the zebra and take it down. Once again, somebody is about to fall victim to a lion pride. This time, it's a young wildebeest that is trying to outrun the predators tailing it from behind. But in no time, the cats manage to capture the young calf. Outsized and outmatched, it has no option but to struggle in futility. Number 13. Cheetah. Next on our list, we have another African big cat that relies more on its speed rather than brute strength, cheetah. With the ability to reach speeds of more than 60 miles per hour, these spotted cats can outrun anything on land, and that includes all its potential targets. However, being more of a sprinter than a marathon runner, cheetahs can maintain this speed only for short intervals before overheating. This cheetah has its eyes set on a wildebeest calf. Her charge makes the herd run in panic, but the mother wildebeest sticks by her offspring. She blocks the path of the spotted cat every time it gets too near to the baby. But soon, the calf gets left back by the mother, giving the cheetah the opportunity it was waiting for. Even though cheetahs are solitary hunters, it's not too elusive to see groups of siblings together. In this clip, we see one such coalition in action. A group of cheetahs is stalking a zebra herd, and in no time, they separate one from the herd. One of the cats draws the first blood by biting the prey on the neck. Soon, the entire group quickly starts feasting on the flesh of the dead zebra, because scavengers like vultures can snatch their food anytime. Number 12. Tiger. Moving ahead, our next entrant is another vicious predator from the forests of India. But unlike the other two, it does not hunt in groups. It is none other than the tiger. With adult Bengal tigers reaching an astonishing 474 pounds, these are the biggest cats in the world, and they have a temperament to match their scary size and external appearance. A tiger is in an ambush with its eye on a young deer. It stays still without making the slightest movement, waiting for the right moment. Soon, its wait comes to an end when the deer moves too near, unaware of the danger that awaits in the bushes. The tiger charges and without much trouble grabs the deer's neck. Number 11. Hyena. Next on the list, we have another hunter from Africa, the spotted hyena. Even though these opportunistic eaters have a reputation for being more of a scavenger and kill usurper for other predators, make no mistake, this tenacious predator can score some big kills on its own. In this clip, a topi can be seen taking an afternoon nap, but when you live in a place as dangerous as Africa, this could prove to be fatal, and this individual is about to learn that. Out of nowhere, a hyena approaches and grabs the antelope's legs. It tries hard to get rid of the predator, but all these attempts are futile. A hyena's bite is just too strong. Soon, the tenacious hunter manages to pin the struggling topi on the ground, only to get joined by its clanmates. In the next clip, a wildebeest has given birth to a calf. But as the mother is helping her newborn to stand, the smell of the vulnerable baby attracts some unwanted guests. It's a clan of hyenas who are trying to claim the baby as their meal. In just a few moments, the hyenas begin to chase their target. But the brave calf manages to outrun them despite being only a few minutes old. Number 10. African Wild Dog. Once again, we have a pack hunter that, just like hyenas, uses their numbers to hunt down even the largest prey species in Africa. The African painted wild dogs can quickly overwhelm almost any animal no matter how strong or big they may be. In this clip, a pack of painted dogs has caused panic in a wildebeest herd. Just like an invading cavalry, the dogs march straight ahead, looking for a target. However, this is not going to be easy, as the wildebeest can be as agile on their feet. But after a long chase, the pack manages to get a hold of a tired member that seems to be slowing down. One of the dogs begins the attack by biting the legs, soon to be joined by the other members. Number 9. Dhole. Moving from the savannas to the forest of India, we introduce you to our next entrant, the dhole. A wild canid, just like the African wild dogs, these South Asian predators use a similar strategy of flanking enemies, using their numerical superiority. In this footage, a pack of dholes can be seen executing one such hunting assignment. The dogs have their eyes on a cheetal stag, and the members are in pursuit, trying to separate the targeted member from the rest. Number 8. Indian Wolf. It is another wild canid species that shares the territory with the dholes and relies on its numbers to score some big games. This footage captures a herd of black bucks on a run, and we soon get to know the reason behind that. It's a pack of wolves that have managed to attack and capture a young buck. The antelope is putting all its effort into getting rid of the predators, but there is no way it can outmatch so many of them at the same time. Number 7. Leopard. Bigger and stronger than cheetahs, and at the same time much more agile than lions, leopards are capable of incredible hunting feats. Add to that the ability to climb trees efficiently, and you've got a cold-blooded killer. In this footage, two gazelles have locked horns over some dispute, but it looks like they don't have to resolve it by themselves. Within a blink of an eye, a leopard who is hiding in the bush leaps and takes the back of one of the animals. The gazelle attempts to shake off the predator, but the feline is too strong for it to shake off. In no time, the cat grabs the neck of its victim, delivering the fatal bite. In the next clip, a leopard is sneaking near a gazelle with some serious stealth on display. Before the unaware prey can even realize the danger it's in, the feline closes the distance with its target. When the right moment arrives, the leopard pounces on the gazelle. It tries to escape, but the spotted hunter has got it by surprise, killing it after a small chase. Number 6. Jaguar. The third largest of all big cats, jaguars are formidable hunters. No matter if you are a caiman in the depths of the Amazon River or spider monkey on the dense canopies, you are never safe from a jaguar. In this clip, a capybara runs into the water for its life, but this strategy does not work on the jaguar. This cat isn't afraid to get wet. Soon, another jaguar breaks the scene. These are juveniles who are still learning to hunt. But after a few moments of play, the spotted cat mauls the capybara and drags it away to safety. Number 5. Puma. Another big cat on our list, pumas used to once share their range with jaguars. Also known by the name mountain lion and cougar, pumas are an exclusive sight. With some individuals recorded over 220 pounds, these cats can take out even the largest of the American game. This is especially true when they have stealth on their side. In this footage, a mother puma is on her tiptoes, inching closer and closer to a pack of guanacos. With swiftness of lightning, she charges at one of the members, instantly taking it down. The guanaco attempts to break free, but the cat now goes for its favorite spot, the neck. There is no escape for her victim, and soon her hard work pays off. Another group of guanacos is being stalked by a puma. During the day, she maintains her distance, but as night falls, the feline begins to inch close to her target. Alerted by the approaching predator, the guanaco runs for its life, but the big cat follows close at its heels and takes down her target in a single pounce. Another footage shows a vicious charge from a puma on a guanaco, but this time, the luck is in the favor of the prey rather than the predator. The cat holds its prey with its paws, but the herbivore runs for its life, stomping the predator multiple times in the process. Number 4. Lynx. Once again, we have a feline on the list. The lynx is another American cat, only smaller than pumas. But despite the lack of size, this cat has quite an elaborate hit list, which sometimes includes prey as big as stags. In this clip, a group of juveniles are grazing on a slope, but the peace gets interrupted as a lynx pounces on one of the fawns. This lightning-quick charge makes the deer lose its balance as the deer falls off the slope, rolling into a ball. Once more, a deer gets ambushed by the sneaky cat from behind, but this time it fights back, kicking the lynx away from it. However, the tenacious predator hasn't given up. It goes for the deer's neck, trying to tackle it down. In the next clip, an unaware deer is having its meal when a lynx sneaks right next to it. In just a second, it pounces on the deer, taking its back. The deer tries to escape, but its plans are foiled by the attacker. Number 3. Gray wolf. Next, we have another North American predator, but unlike the previous two, this one relies on the numbers game. We are talking about the gray wolf, which is the largest canid in the world. Hunting in packs, these vicious predators are known to take down prey as large as bison and usurp predators like cougars from their kill. In this clip, a pack of gray wolves is encircling a herd of caribou. They intend to make a dinner out of one of the members of this herd with a well-executed plan. They soon manage to separate a stag, continuing to tail it from behind. But it's the stag's lucky day, as it manages to outrun the wolves before they could get a hold of it. Number 2. Grizzly bear. A relative to the polar bears, grizzlies are powerful animals that scare all who come face to face with them. Although omnivores, a grizzly doesn't waste any opportunity to hunt down prey. In this clip, a bear can be seen chasing after a deer. They might look big and lazy, but this is an utter misconception of a grizzly. The bear gives chase here at full speed. It continues to tail the deer, but the swift herbivore is quick on its feet too. But unlucky for it, the deer stumbles into a fallen tree, giving the chance for the bear to catch up to it. Number 1. Chimpanzee. The final entrant of today might surprise you. In fact, a lot of you might not even consider it to be a predator. We are referring to chimpanzees. Contrary to popular belief, our close relative has more hunting capabilities than we give them the credit for. A group of chimps in this clip is on the lookout for food, but after patrolling the ground, they turn towards the trees in hopes of getting a hold of another primate, a red colobus monkey. The apes commence their charge with their signature sound, inflicting terror and chaos among the monkeys. The male colobus attempts to fight back the intrusion, but the chimps are far too strong for them. The resistance fails, and the chimpanzees succeed in mauling some of the monkeys. With that, we have reached the end of this video. If you enjoyed watching, make sure to give a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. For more such entertaining videos, subscribe to us and make sure to press the bell icon so you don't miss any of our updates. Until then, take care